Hey there. Still hairy and half bald. Don't matter. I will take care of this little thing in a jiffy. Now, um, with respect to the king of the table three, like I told you guys in my last video, I did not have the time at all to see the videos, and also I kept myself away from knowing the results just because I wanted to see it and not get spoilers. And I made some predictions, and with some of them, apparently I was spot on, and with some of them, I actually wasn't. So I just wanted to make a short recap now that I managed to finally see them. Uh, so let's take them one by one. So Khaled versus Larry. I said in my prediction that they would be quite evenly matched. Probably one of the even or more even matched cards of the whole event. And actually, I was right. The whole match, in my opinion, was kind of like first half of the match. Larry was apparently quite dominant, a lot more dominant. So in this regard, I was right in what I said, that Larry's experience and overall table knowledge and vectors, whatever, they improved quite significantly. So I think at this point, Larry Wheels became the better arm wrestler of the two. It's anyway obvious because Larry has been arm wrestling while Khaled hasn't in the past 1 or 2 years. But that being said, I was very happy to see Larry progress. And although he kind of got his tables flipped towards the second half of the match, and Khaled actually came back and proved to be exactly the way I predicted he would be, meaning still massively stronger in the fundamentals, not just fundamentals of arm wrestling, but just overall strength points as an athlete with what nature has gifted him. Obviously, Larry is one of the most gifted athletes in the world, but that just goes to show you how gifted Khaled is. His hand strength, size, dominance, control, and overall other, you know, bio stats, if you will. Khaled is still very hard to match. I mean, if you'd give him an ounce of extra experience and let's say I don't know, give him like the experience of an average, let's say national level competitor, with his strength, he would already be kind of like up there with the rest of the guys. Not to even mention what would happen if he would even improve his strength and overall arm wrestling skills. But yeah, Larry versus Khaled didn't surprise me that much. I was happy Larry managed to progress, like I said, and also I was happy to see that Khaled is indeed the way I predicted him to be. Still not to be messed with. He he proved himself to be still dominant and still the favorite. Now, going into the other match that I predicted would be pretty much hard to predict, kind of evenly paired, matched, whatever. Gabby versus Sarah. To be honest, I thought, also based on my predictions, I thought that Sarah would probably turn out to be, now a few years later, quite better than Gabby, because Sarah kind of upped her game, at least visually, from what we have seen in her progression While Gabby still being probably back then in my thought still kind of at the same level. So I was afraid that maybe Sarah outgrew her in terms of strength, but it turned out to not be the case. Although I have to say, despite the fact that in the beginning, the first few matches, I was a bit surprised with Sarah's performance in the sense that she seemed to be kind of, you know, way below what I expected. I think, seeing what followed later, I think she just kind of had a late, I don't know, wake up session. She woke up just a bit later into the match. I think her nervous system just wasn't ready to fire because she not only seemed weak, which I know she wasn't weak in the first few rounds, but she seemed a bit out of her element. But I really, really enjoyed. Well, first of all, I enjoyed seeing that Gabby was still, as strong as ever. But I really enjoyed seeing Sarah actually switch that gear up, and basically I could see how round by round Sarah was actually gaining strength like crazy. It's like she was doubling her strength and endurance with every round. Whereas at I don't know, towards the end of the match, like the last two matches that they had, I was really already kind of envisioning in my mind Gabby potentially losing. Gabby went down, although not super fast. She kind of lost a little bit due to fatigue, not that much, and Sarah just skyrocketed. She was like asleep, and then boom. Um, Quite an interesting evolution during the match, to say the least. I highly enjoyed this match as well, both with Gabby's performance and also with Sarah's performance. More, let's say, evidently. Now going to the big guys. Let's talk about Hermes versus Wagner. This one, again, I was kind of right. So, all these three matches I was kind of right with. I said that Hermes will most, most surely will be the favorite to win. But Wagner was no slouch. I was afraid he might come a bit unprepared, but he was as strong as ever. And I really liked that match where Wagner managed to really focus on what was happening, and the explosion that he had at the start, and the super smart decision to actually roll his shoulder over and go with a shoulder press. That was genius. And not only do I like the decision aspect of it, I also like the timing, the dedication, the idea to change things up quite significantly. Wagner doesn't typically pull that type of a move. And also, I like the fact that Hermes was really caught by surprise, and he was really pissed with the way he lost, because he really wasn't expecting. He wasn't expecting this. I'm not happy because he was pissed, but I'm happy because he he was really okay, wow, kind of a thing. But yeah, I once again have to stress, I knew Hermes would win, and this is not to say anything derogatory about Wagner's performance, not at all. he actually, I mean, Wagner is, I think, even stronger than he was when he pulled with Devon. Um, but it's just that Hermes is now a different version of himself. So, in my opinion, Wagner should not take this as a loss that makes him be, depressed or lose his morale or any of those things. Uh, I personally feel like the card was not really matched properly. Hermes is now shooting for being the number one in the world. Like I said, it's a completely different version of himself. So Wagner should still feel super good about pulling him, and he actually had a very good performance. So yeah, that being said, again, I think Wagner is actually even better than he was a couple of years ago when he pulled Devon. So I really would like to see how he's doing with other guys, especially to kind of regain a little bit of his confidence boost, because he really deserves it. He is really up there. It's just that if you get a bad card, two bad cards, three bad cards, now all of a sudden you think you're no longer relevant, which is really not the case. So I hope, yeah, he will get some more evenly matched opportunities in the upcoming future. Now, the last match. This one out of the four was the one that I was most wrong about. I predicted that Alex will most definitely win, and the reason why I said that was because personally I felt, just looking at the situation from the outside, I felt like ever since Dave started losing against Devon and other kings movers and whatever, I think he started to get pissed and then disappointed with the way things were going in the sport. I feel like he's really on that extreme, let's say, side of the fence where he really doesn't like the the whole idea of winning no matter what, and using all tricks up your sleeve to your advantage. I feel he believes in a straight up old school stand up fight where may the best man win. And yeah, when he started seeing these manipulations, not illegal manipulations, but like things that are testing the limits of the sports, the rules, the psychology of the sport, he wasn't up for it, and I personally felt that he was quite disappointed. Therefore, his heart and soul, in my opinion, weren't really there, and I thought he would show up in a kind of a shape, whereas Alex was on an up and coming, like exponentially shooting trajectory, and in my opinion, I said now Alex will for sure have the upper hand at this point in time. Lo and behold, it did not happen. Actually, Dave managed to put a huge set of brakes on that hype train. Not to say that Alex came in unprepared. I think Alex is just as good as anyone knows he is at this point, including myself. And that's what makes Dave's win even more spectacular. I think Alex is indeed the new evolved beast that he is. It's just that Dave, somehow, from somewhere, I don't know what he changed up in his psyche or preparation or whatever, but he managed to pull something that I personally didn't think he'd be able to. But that being said, I was so happy to see that he actually managed to do it, because I was really feeling bad for him these last couple of years, and now I don't know. I felt like his victory was like I don't know, also a little bit of my victory for whatever weird sense of me resonating with him. I don't know. It's it's not that it was the classic story of an underdog, because Dave is not an underdog at all. Um, he's amongst the best, but yeah, just sentimental wise, I don't know. I really felt super happy for him, and also that won't bother him. I'm sorry, that won't bother Alex too much. I mean, he will continue doing what he's doing and improve. So yeah, a lot of times I tend to think of what the loss will do to the loser in that event, mentally, because I'm always worried that this might make some people quit or take a different direction into the sport. With Alex, I don't think that's a huge deal, especially since he respects so much out of Dave. So yeah, I think it was an honor for him to pull, and he was grateful for the opportunity. That being said, yeah, I kind of nailed 3 matches, and I was so wrong on this last match. But hey, at least I didn't fake my predictions, right? So yeah, really, really happy with how things turn up. Let's see what Devin does now with Levon. That's gonna be, yeah. I'll hopefully make a video more on that later. And in the meantime, yeah, I'm just preparing for the Europeans, and yeah, we'll have some seminars, some workshops, some training sessions. I'm really looking forward to it more so than the Europeans themselves. The actual preparation is what hypes me, both with the competitors and also with us, the referees. More updates on that later as well. So in the meantime, let me know what you guys think down below into the comment section. And I guess I'll see you guys later. Laters.